Welcome to the Fall 2022 Session 1 AEDY English Learner Office Hours. During this session, you will learn about decoding student access results and understand what the scores mean. Joining us in this session is the AEDY Patent Team. The mission of the Pennsylvania Training and Technical Assistance Network, PATN, is to support the efforts and initiatives of the Bureau of Special Education and to build the capacity of local educational agencies to serve students who receive special education services. Our goal for each child is to ensure individualized education program. IEP teams begin with the general education setting with the use of supplementary aids and services before considering a more restrictive environment. The following question will address our session for today. What do the domains and composite scores in the WIDA access results mean? This slide is a representation of a student's individual 2022 access results. The student, Maria Patel, is in grade 6 and has taken the Tier A grade 6th through 8th grade cluster WIDA access test. The Tier A level could indicate that Maria is a newcomer with little or no English language background. This also includes the following demographics on Maria: district ID, school, district, and state information. Take a few seconds to view the individual student report. The following slides will present the individual student report in the following order. First, the bottom portion of the individual student report, which are the proficiency levels for each domain, will be reviewed. Second, the review of the top portion, which is the proficiency level and scale scores. Third, a review of the composite scores. Fourth, a quick recap of the proficiency level descriptors. This slide is the bottom portion of the WIDA individual student access results, and I will begin with this part and transition to the scores of the first part of the student access scores in the following slides. The purpose of this is to familiarize you with the proficiency levels and what a student may be able to do in English. The descriptors of the student results will help in understanding how Maria did on the access and give more detailed information on each domain at that proficiency level. In the listening domain, Maria scored a proficiency level of 1. Read the descriptor under the students at this level generally can. This gives you an idea of how Maria uses language. Maria performs at a level 1 in both speaking and reading domains, which indicates her language usage is at the entering level with the range from 1.0 to 1.2. However, Maria was more confident in her writing skills and scored a 3 at the developing language proficiency level. As you review the descriptors, you might ask, why did Maria score so high on the writing and low on the other 3 domains? How can I use the WIDA access results to help me plan Maria's English learner individual language learning plan for instruction? This slide demonstrates the top part of the access test results, which are the language domains, proficiency level, and the scale scores of the students' results. Proficiency levels are always calculated from scale scores. Something to think about is scale scores precisely track student growth over time and across grades. Let's review. The 4 language domains are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Each domain has a proficiency level and a scale score. Based on the listening proficiency level, Maria scored a 1.0 and a scale score of 132. This means a response is captured or marked for at least one item. The speaking proficiency level is a 1.2 with a scale score of a 173. This demonstrates she was able to respond to some of the speaking prompts. Reading had a proficiency level of 1.1 and a scale score of 200. Maria was able to respond to the reading domain with maybe a few responses. Maria's writing proficiency level is a 3.0 with a scale score of 301. An assumption could be made that Maria is not confident in her listening, speaking, and reading skills. However, she demonstrates confidence in her writing skills in English. It is evident that she does have some English language background. This slide demonstrates the bottom black and white part of the Access test results, which are the proficiency levels and scale scores representing the following composite scores of the different combinations of language domains. A reminder, proficiency levels are always calculated from scale scores and not the average of the student's proficiency level scores. For example, Maria's literacy proficiency level is a 1.6 and is based on the scale score of 251 and not an average of the individual reading and writing domains. The three composite scores in this bottom Access test are oral, language, literacy, and comprehension with an overall score. Maria's results demonstrate the following combinations. Oral language, 50% listening plus 50% speaking. This resulted in a 1.1 proficiency level and a 153 scale score. Literacy, 50% reading plus 50% writing with a 1.6 proficiency level and a 251 scale score. Comprehension, 70% reading plus 30% listening is a 1.1 proficiency level and a 180 scale score. Overall, 35% reading plus 35% writing plus 15% listening plus 15% speaking is a 1.4 proficiency level and a 221 scale score. Something to keep in mind, an overall score is available only if students complete all 4 domains of the Access test. Why are composite scores important? Reviewing and comparing students' composite scores help plan for instruction based on the individual combination of domain scores and which domain to target for increasing the student's language proficiency. Further study of composite scores and how to plan for instruction will be in a future session. This slide is a quick review of what students at this level generally can do. Take some time to quickly review the descriptors for each domain. A couple of questions to think about. What is the next step in planning an English learner individual language learning plan for Maria? How would the can-do descriptors guide us in planning an ELILLP based on Maria's level of proficiency and her WIDA Access results? A future presentation will address these questions using the English Learner Individual Language Learning Plan based on Maria's results. Thank you for attending this session. A recap of this presentation. The proficiency levels are used to make comparisons across domains but not across grade levels. Proficiency levels are grade and domain specific. The scale scores make comparisons across grade levels but not across domains. Please note that a scale score of 355 in listening is not the same as a scale score of 355 in speaking. Scale scores are used to monitor student growth over time within a domain. Any questions can be directed to the AEDY patent team. The following resources were used for this presentation. The AEDY patent contact information is provided, and you are encouraged to contact the AEDY patent team with any questions you may have. Again, thank you for your attendance, and I look forward to the following future sessions. Planning an English learner individual language learning plan for our sample student Maria Patel, and planning individualized instruction for students who may have the same overall scale scores.